Hi everyone, welcome back to our newsletter, our monthly newsletter, and the topic for this month is about addiction. Like a lot of people, including me, when we are talking about addiction, I always think that, hey, I don't have addiction. But actually addiction is something very subtle, and we might not know that we are addicted into something until we understand what addiction is all about. So to understand more, let's define what is addiction. For something to be called addiction, it requires 4 parts. The first one is that we have the tendency to keep on doing it. Second is that when we can't do it, when we don't get what we want, we get angry. So the first one is repetition, the second is anger. And what is the third one? The third one is harming ourselves. Let's take an example, smoking. If I'm addicted to smoking, I will keep on smoking, repetition. And the second part is that if I don't have the cigarette, if I can't buy the cigarette, if I don't get the cigarette, if I can't smoke, I will get angry. Third one, I'm harming myself. In what sense? Obviously, the first one is money. If I keep on using my money to buy cigarette, and then I use up my family's budget for food to buy cigarette, of course, obviously, my wife will be angry. And when my family members can't eat, they will get angry as well. And what's the fourth one? The fourth one is harming our environment. So, example just now, if I use up the money to buy cigarette, my family will be angry. And not to mention the secondhand smoke that will affect the health of my family members and the people around me. So that is the definition of addiction, and if it fulfills those 4 requirements, it is considered as addiction. Now, talking about physical addiction is easy. We talk about cigarette, we talk about alcohol, we talk about shopping, addiction to shopping, we talk about addiction to games, electronics. It's easy. But there are 2 more kinds of addiction. Addiction can be divided into 3 types. The first one is the physical, which we just discussed. The second is emotional. What kind of emotional addiction you can think of? People who like to get angry, short temper, that is also an addiction, because repetition, when you are short temper, you get angry easily, and then if you can't get angry, you will get angry. The third one is that you're harming yourself, obviously, your health. And fourth one, you're harming your environment. It destroys the relationship between you and your friends. So anger is considered emotional addictions. How about the other type of emotional addiction? People who are addicted to work, busy, they call it workaholic, addicted to work. People who like to be busy, people who can't stay still, people who like to be busy in the work, busy in the community work, busy becoming a volunteer. As long as it fulfills the 4 requirements, that is an addiction. And of course, what is the third type? I won't tell you much about the third type. In fact, I would like to invite you to attend our level 6 workshop to be conducted on the August 4th and 5, so that we can learn the full spectrum of addiction and how we can overcome the addiction, how we can turn the downward spiral energy into an upward spiral and an energy that will help us achieve our goals more powerful and more easily. Thank you.